Welcome, Spring Run kids. I could be a professional and tell you this is our first time through, but that would be a major lie. I could also tell you that we have not had technical difficulties, and that would be a lie. Halfway through the last 2 times now, it has completely crashed. Oh well, we are here, and we are here to bring you some fun today with your part 2 of lesson 21, as my teenager behind the camera just rolled her eyes. Y'all, seriously. We're having fun here, holed up in our little cabin in the woods, where, by the way, we have plenty of toilet paper and goldfish galore. So, we are going to start off with geography. So, our geography this week is Central America, Guatemala, Belize, El Salvador, Honduras, and Nicaragua. We're going to do a show me, tell me. So parents, in the back of your Foundations guide, you will find your map. And the bottom left-hand corner is where the Central America has been blown up to give the kids a little bit better eyesight, or it's better on my eyesight anyways, of where they are. So Marcel, we're going to do Central America.
Central America.
Okay, it is Guatemala, Belize, El Salvador, Honduras, and Nicaragua. Okay, ready? So here's Belize, Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Guatemala. Central America, so repeat after me. Central America, Guatemala, Belize, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua. So Marcel, I just want you to point. If I said, where's the Central America countries at, could you point to it?
What did you say?
The Central America, where are they? Just, yep, that's right there. Next, we are going to be doing the timeline. I'm going to go once through slowly, explaining the hand motions, and then we'll do it a second time, sort of the regular speed that we do. Ready, Marcel? So for World War II, it's W, and then 2. So World War II, President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Stalin had a mustache. So Stalin of the USSR, and the Katyn, like you're killing somebody, Katyn Massacre. So Stalin of the USSR and the Katyn Massacre. United Nations formed. The Cold War. Gandhi and India's independence. Jewish, like a beard, Jewish, the S, this is like a contract, so Jewish state established. So Jewish state established. Mao and communist victory in China. These are the buttons that were on China's coats. So we're tracing that. So Mao and communist victory in China. So now we're going to go all the way through. Michaela, do you want to sing it? No?
No.
Okay. That's fine. Ready? World War II, President Franklin D. Roosevelt, Stalin of the USSR, and the Katyn Massacre. United Nations formed. The Cold War. Gandhi and India's independence. Jewish state established. Mao and communist victory in China. Next we are going to do, you want to do math or history next? Math? Okay, come stand up and help me with math. So you see our alligator, crocodile, you can let it choose to be whatever you want, but the most important thing is both have the big jaws with the teeth, right? So I want to see you kids get up and start doing your little jaws. When it is an open parentheses, you're going to open your jaws really, really large, and when it's at the end of it, closed parentheses, you're going to come down. Now, I know for you older kids, y'all are probably like, we are not going to do that. So, if your sibling is next to you, just simply chop their head off.
Ow.
It works, right?
No.
Okay, here we go. Matt, So this week's math is the associative law for addition states that A plus B plus C equals A plus B plus C. But there's some parentheses in there. So the associative law for addition states that A plus B plus C equals A plus B plus C. The associative law for addition states that A plus B plus C equals A plus B plus C. Next is multiplication. So the associative law of multiplication states that A times B times C equals A times B times C. Again, there's going to be some parentheses. So, ready? A times B times C equals A times B times C. So, the associative law for multiplication states that A times B times C equals A times B times C. The associative law for addition states that A plus B plus C equals A plus B plus C. The associative law for multiplication states A times B times C equals A times B times C. Okay, go ahead and sit. Oh, actually, no. We're going to do history next. It's our final thing. It's going to be history. So I'm going to say it, and while I'm saying it, we are going to get ready. Go ahead, get ready. You're first. So for the history sentence today is in the 1980s. Did I take your glove?
Those are my gloves.
Well, you can use
Well,
those.
just put 'em on.
In the 1980s, British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher and American President Ronald Reagan worked together to end the Cold War, lessen big government. You know what? I'm going to have to take these off. I got to put my hat on first. Lessen big government and strengthen the conservative movement. Again, in 1980s, British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher and American President Ronald Reagan worked together to end the Cold War, lessen big government, and strengthen the conservative movement.
Okay, you ready?
Here you go, Baba.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Week 21. Tell me about the end of the Cold War. In the 1980s, British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher and American President Ronald Reagan worked together to end the Cold War, lessen big government, and strengthen the conservative movement.
You ready?
In the 1980s, British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher and American President Ronald Reagan worked together to end the Cold War, lessen big government, and strengthen the conservative movement. In the 1980s, British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher and American President Ronald Reagan worked together to end the Cold War, lessen big government, and strengthen the conservative movement.
Good job. Good job, Bubba. So, again, one more time. In the 1980s, British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher and American President Ronald Reagan worked together to end the Cold War, lessen big government, and strengthen the conservative movement. You're finished with 21, part 2. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you in a few weeks. Bye.